This is KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle TV in association with MTK Global. I'm in the vehicle of Mr. Nigel Benn.
How you doing, mate?
Who's doing the old left and right.
Yeah.
How's it been here since you've been back here?
Do you know what? It's actually been one of the best trips that I've had, because I've actually really just had a peaceful time. For the first time ever, I've just been sitting down, just thinking I'm not just going to let anything stress me out, whatever it is. I just had a lot of peace. I've been doing a lot of walking. I parked the car when I was in Ilford and I was just like walking around. And I just decided I just want to have a peaceful life. I'm not going to let nobody stress me out. Anyone, no one at all. I'm actually enjoying my time now, having a great laugh with my kids. You know, and it's been brilliant watching my son grow. Connor, he's been absolutely training really hard. He's just so focused, so dedicated. I'm just proud of him, how he's conducting himself.
I mean, it must be a real sort of, bonus is probably not the right word, but a boost for him that, you know, you're here this week and you've been here for the last sort of few weeks.
Yeah.
In his preparation for kind of his, not comeback fight, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. But the difference is, him being out at that time was the best thing that happened to him. Oh, he's so focused, so dedicated, he's relaxed, he's calm. And I've been watching him spar, and I think, poor, it's like me all over again. It was fine with Ted Cheeseman, and they were going hammer and tongs there. I think, oh mate. I said, why are you not sparring like that? Because of you. Because of you. I said, well, I'm not coming no more. But it was just like, you know, it was just like so much machismo in there. It was like they were just both being macho. But it was great to see them, like, you know, that they both could have it. And Ted was giving it to Connor was giving it, and I just loved it. I really loved it. Just see, and it was hard rounds. I mean, it was just pedal to the floor to the pedal, mate, and they was off and they was gone, mate. You hit me, I hit you back, you hit me, and I thought, wow, I'd have been gassing by now, you know. But he's got his head in the right place, and I'm so happy for him.
Absolutely. So yeah, only a few days to go now to obviously Connor fights at the O2, and yeah. So just been in the gym now, and he's obviously just turned up there to start his session.
Yep. I can't wait to get back and train with him in a minute.
How did you like that training with him?
Yeah, I love watching him. It's so funny because he does all this explosive training. He said, "No, come on, Dad, come and do all that." Yeah. I said, "So no, I don't need it, son." Yeah, you do. He's like a bottle of pop. I'm a mature glass of wine. I've done all that, son. And then he just said, I said, no, son, do what I've done. Then you can come back and talk to me. So we have great banter with each other. We really do. In Connor knows. But to watch how he's trained, watch how, you know, the definition that he's got, you know, it's brilliant. It's lovely to watch. Lovely to watch how he does that with Kai. He does this, like, you know, this intense training. I thought, wow. Son.
The relationship we kind of see between the two of you, it seems like you have that kind of friend relationship, but the fact that he knows that you're still his dad, that kind of relationship.
Oh yeah, well listen, me and Connor, we have our arguments, mate, and you know what, but I back off. I'm back off from Connor. Connor, you know, every time, like, you know, but he never disrespects me. Never disrespects me. You know, we have a little disagreement. All right, yes, son, all right, mate, you're right, you know. He's going through one of them kind of times where he's like, okay, mate, I'll just back off. Like, you know, the other day, he's like, blah, he's having a go. I said, okay, son, and I just backed off of him. I just said, okay, mate, the fight's coming up, so he's getting a bit edgy, so I backed off. And then he come down to see me, and that was it. But we're not gonna cane each other. We love each other, and that's it. We might not agree with some of the things, but that's it. That's it. That's how it goes, and that's what we do, you know. And I try and encourage you to do the right thing, and that's it. But if we don't listen, fine. But at least he knows I'm going to give him some, you know, some advice. He takes it or he doesn't. But he knows at the end of the day I'm here to help him.
Do you notice similarities between when you was his age to how he is now, in a sense of boxing and aspects of his personal life? Do you see similarities?
No, not at all. Not at all. Connor weren't doing little fellas. Connor weren't out clubbing. Connor weren't spliffing. Connor wasn't smoking. Connor wasn't doing that. So he wasn't doing what I was doing. He's doing completely different, mate. So that's what I love about Connor. I'll tell you what. I'll just park here. Yeah, Connor does different things to me. Connor's not like me. He don't do that. What I like about my son, what he does is, well, I might not like this, but he sits at home watching Netflix with Vicky and eat Nando's and cool. He don't go out clubbing. So I mean that's something I really think. Thank you, Lord, that he ain't like me, and I'm really happy about that. It could not be better. Could not be better. So I'm really kind of pleased that he's not walking in my footsteps in my career. I'm glad that what he's doing is dedicated like how I was. So he has everything going for him, mate, and I see him. He's inspiring with people like Bradley Skeet, in his own with Bradley. So Connor's really been doing well. And I mean, you can't get better than sparring with Bradley Skeet. It's like I never knew how big he was, but what a lovely man he is as well. So having Connor sparring with people like Bradley, I think they're great boxers, ranked number 5 in the WBO. So that's good. He's learning his trade quick. But I see my son being British champion. I see myself being European. I see myself being world champion. I see it all in Connor because he's already focused. I think, oh man, I just hope we don't go too quick. But sometimes you can't stop me. It happened to me, and I can see it happening to Connor.
Do you want to go and do your thing, and we'll pick it back up when you get here? Come on, I'll wait here.
You sit here. If anyone comes,
I thought you were going to give me a tool for them then.
Trust you.
Right, picking this back up. All sorted?
Yeah, mate.
All sorted. So wanted to talk to you about this Steve Collins situation, really.
Yeah.
And where it currently stands. You showed me something.
I just showed you the contract that me and Steve were looking to fight in either September or October. I was looking at. I've been waiting 5 years to fight this other guy, but you know what it is. I just can't wait no more. So you know what it is. I know with Steve, it's actually a harder fight because Steve comes to have a row, and you know what it is. He don't play around. I ain't got no time for games, mate. And the difference is, I'm only fighting the other person. Might get 5-6 mil. Don't really bother me. I think you know what it is. I might get 1.5 to fight Steve, but to me, it's all about closure. It wasn't even about the money like the other person. I just thought, you know what? I just want to fight. That was it. I just want to have a fight. And Steve obliged. I said, Steve, and it was so funny because I rang Steve because after I'd been 4 or 5 years trying to get hold of the other person, Steve went, I said, someone said, fight Steve. I said, yeah, I just ain't got Steve. And then all of a sudden it was like, well, it's not even about what I can get or whatever. It's just that I just really want to fight to show you how better I feel. No spliff, no little fellas. I started smoking at the age of 8, finished at 41 when I had an encounter with him. Chase him and all that's all stopped. I just feel like I'm absolutely, my name is Nigel Benjamin Button Benn, I'm telling you, mate.
Why won't you even mention his name? Is that subconscious or you just don't want to mention his name?
Oh, Chris, it's not even about that. You know what, it doesn't really bother me. I think I'm at a stage now in my life where I think, it would have been a nice icing on the cake, but you know what? He likes to play games, as you already see. He likes to play. I ain't got time for games, mate. And letting him know that he don't call the shots. I take Steve on any day of the week, and I know I'm gonna get a fight. A man that beat us both twice. So I'd rather say, okay, mate, I'll have Steve. Doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me, but you know what it is? I'll have closure. And if he comes out and says, look, well, I want to fight, I say, no, it's over, mate. You missed it. I mean, I'm not being funny. You know, we see where his son's going. Because I think that he's got his hands in there too much. He thinks that he's sorting out good deals. I don't know, mate. But I know me fighting with Steve, it'd be a one tough fight. And that's what I need, a right tough fight. And I'll get that from Steve all day long. Because the reason why, Cougs, you don't mind me calling you Cougs, do you?
No, I prefer it.
You know what, Cougs, I tell you what, it's like for the first time, I had a woman always selling stories on me every minute of the day, if she had the opportunity. And I was going through a separation from my wife because I had a baby outside marriage, and I had all these problems going on in my head while I was fighting. I think I just couldn't take the pressure that I was under. People think like, you know, this is what I had in my fights. I couldn't even focus. I think, no, I can't let my wife leave me, mate. And I'm going to fight for my wife. And so I thought I just didn't have it in me. And lo and behold, God blessed me with a wife that stayed through me through thick and thin and loved me through it. Never threw in the towel. She stood with me. She helped me through. She loved me. And then God then blessed me with two more little kids, Layla and Levi. And you know, and because she stood the course of time, and now we're happy. Now I think, well, she don't want me to fight though. She definitely don't want me to fight. But she knows there's something in me that's not left me yet because I've not had closure.
What would you say to, because you're going to get a lot of people that are going to be against this fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what would you say to these people that would say to you, you two are crazy for getting back in the ring?
Let me tell you something now. I'm in the best shape of my life. It's not about that, but you know what it is? I need closure. When everybody doubted me against Joe McClellan, let me tell you something now. I'm twice as fit when I fought Joe McClellan. And that's no lie. You didn't believe me then, believe me now. I'm telling you, I'm doing things I've never done before. It's like, what's going on here? And I feel good. Regardless, it's nothing to do with age. It all depends how you look after yourself. I'm not one of these kind of guys that, you know, don't. I train hard, mate. I train hard. This is my army discipline, my martial arts discipline, everything. But that discipline all through my career, and I love it. I have to have closure.
Why haven't you had this closure then? Why haven't you had it? Why has it taken you until now to want to seek that closure?
Because I wanted to have that closure with Eubank, or Chris, sorry. And he's just been messing around. We sat down, he had guys from boohoo.com in Manchester, they're going to try and do that. That fell through. Then he got these guys from Dubai that was going to put it on, that fell through. I got my guys to do it, was when they put it on. He kind of walked away and all that, so I thought, oh, you know what, I've had enough of your games, mate, and I really have. So regardless, I can make good figures fighting him, but to me it wasn't even about the money. It's about me having closure, and I know this year I will have closure. And so Steve signed the contract, and it was so funny when I sat down with Steve, I said, Steve, he was shocked. I go, do you want to fight? And he went, yeah, when? Cool, that's it. That's what I want to hear. Steve's ready to fight. And I know for a fact that I train much harder. Well, I can't even train much harder because I train hard all the time. But I know it'll be a tough fight. And I'm looking forward to it, to tell you the truth. Then I will have closure.
What about boxing licence issues? Do you anticipate any?
Oh, there's Australia. I can go wherever I want to get. Yeah, I'm not worried about. I think, you know, if I would show them a tape of me training, because you can't be like how I am if you just after doing 12 rounds on the pads or whatever, and then go and run for 10 miles and all that. You know, I know what I can do, and I show them, well, this is what I'll do. I'll be fitting in a lot of these fighters that they bring in the ring now. You know, and when people think I've had more hard fights out the ring. I'm not talking about boxing, but just my harder fights were outside the ring than in the ring. you understand what I mean? A lot of pressure of life outside the ring. Being unfaithful to my wife, that's where the pressure is. Boxing was the way out for me. Boxing was a place where I had a bit of peace. As soon as I start finding, you've got women selling stories, one woman selling stories, and that was it. But when I was away training, I had peace of mind.
2 questions here.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how realistic is this to happen this year? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how close is it to happening?
This year, about an 8.
In realisticness?
Yes. Yeah, me, it's Nigel. And realistically, this year, an 8. I don't want to go into next year. I want it this year.
It has to be this year for you?
Yeah, it has to be. And then that's it. Then it will come down because I'm not going. I do feel fit. I could go, but I don't want it. I want to end this year so I can go back and do my working at doing volunteer work at Hillsong Church with my wife, where I just kind of relax, no stress. That's what I really want to do. I don't want to do anything else. I want to get this year because this has taken a lot of my time. In my chaplaincy course that I was doing, kind of failed on my last exam because my mind was focused on the fight. So that's where I got going. I'm going to go and sit my exams again. But I could get an extension, but I don't want an extension because I'd rather go and pay for it again when I'm focused right.
What do your kids think about you wanting to fight then?
Connor's all for it. It's just my daughter and my wife really. They're but they don't understand because they've not lived in my shoes. It's like living in my shoes. It's like because I've not had closure. It's like I'm stuck. It's really weird because I think the reason why I'm stuck is because all through my career, it's been messed up. Really been, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not a day that I didn't have peace in my career. And for the first time, I can actually say in my life that I actually have total peace. And I think, wow, I wish I had this while I was fighting.
Is it just about one fight for you? That's it?
No, any fight. Just one fight.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
Steve
is...
or
yeah,
Chris.
but what I'm saying is...
Yeah, that'd be
just,
it.
one
because,
fight.
yeah, because that's it. Then that's it. Because to show people that, wow, how different I am. You know, not being stressed, not being worried about anything. Just really got to get that out. Is that your phone that keeps bleeping?
I've just turned it off. So.
Yeah, so it's just one fight. Steve or Chris. That doesn't matter.
So, if you were to break down a percentage level of you wanting it to show people and you wanting to do it for yourself, how would you break that down? Out of 100, what's the percentage of you that wants to show it to yourself and prove it to yourself? And then what's the percentage of...
It's just me. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Hello, this is who I really am. It's not like, you know, well, yeah, I want to get... It's not that no more. It's not that more. It's actually where... I'm relaxed. I feel calm. I don't feel stressed. I feel every time I fought, I was like, I was angry, man. Really angry. But even though the intensity that I still train, but I'm more relaxed. So it would be really the percentage of it being it for me is like 90% really. Just being me. Being who I am, who I really am. And that's a good thing about it. People say, well, maybe you've lost it. If I thought I lost it, I wouldn't do it. I just really feel that I'm in the best shape now. How can that be? Oh, you ask Jesus. But he's done something to me, mate. That's changed my whole mindset. It's OD. Good session?
Huh?
Good session?
Great session.
Yeah, good, man.
Nice car.
Use that jab, man. Continue to use that jab because you've got a beautiful jab, all right?
Thanks, man.
God bless you, man. I'll wait till you come in. You know, but yeah. I just need to get out of my system. It's out of my system, and I'll be able to just concentrate solely on my pastoral care work and volunteer work at Hillsong Church. Once that's out of the way, then I don't know when I'll be coming back. I don't know. I'll just stay with my wife and my kids in Australia. Send my kids out to see me on school holidays, and that's it. That's my real goal, really, just to finish this year on a high, and then just concentrate on my wife and my kids. That's my whole goal. That's all I really want to do now. Is just concentrate on this new life that I've got, new lease of life that I've got.
Well, I'm going to watch a little bit of your training now.
Yeah, you watch a bit of my training. And the funny thing about it, until I sign contract, we were just doing now, we're ticking over. We're ticking over. I'm not doing that in stressful until I've signed a contract with Steve. Then, didn't know where we are. A short car behind, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you got the money to pay for a
no, I haven't. My wife has. You ready to come in and work out?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go watch this.
I want to hear about this sparring business. I don't care if you're 6'5". I don't care, mate. If you say you want
sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you know what you're talking about, mate. It's kind of a war, mate.
Let's go.